Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome if you are new. Thank you for taking time out of your day to check the video out. We have more PlayStation news, rumors, and leaks to go over and cover here today, so do me a favor before we dive into these topics. If you end up enjoying the video or finding it informative, be sure to leave it a like, and if you are new here to the channel, please consider hitting that subscribe button as well. We're starting here with the announcement for August 2023's PlayStation Plus Extra and Premium lineup. These games are going to go live to all Extra and Premium subscribers on August 15th, and the lineup is as follows for PlayStation Plus Extra: Sea of Stars, Moving Out 2, Destiny 2 The Witch Queen, Lost Judgment, Destroy All Humans 2 Reprobed, 2 Point Hospital Jumbo Edition, Source of Madness, Cursed to Golf, Dreams, PJ Masks Heroes of the Night, Hotel Transylvania Scary Tale Adventures, Lawn Mowing Simulator Landmark Edition, Spellforce 3 Reforced, Midnight Fight Express. And it's worth noting that Sea of Stars, which is a day one launch into PlayStation Plus, is not actually going to be available until August 29th, because that's actually when the game is launching. So you're going to have to wait a little bit longer for that one. But when it comes to the PlayStation Plus Premium Editions, there are 3 games that are being added. Medieval Resurrection, Ape Escape on the Loose, and Pursuit Force Extreme Justice. So there you go. That is the August 2023 PlayStation Plus Extra and Premium lineup. Let me know your thoughts on it. Moving on to the next topic, though, we have an update on PlayStation sales. We're getting PlayStation's quarterly earnings report. So this is being reported by Push Square. They say Sony has announced in its fiscal year 2023 Q1 results that another 3.3 million PS5 consoles were shipped in the 3 months leading up to June 30th, 2023, bringing the total to 41.7 million. Sony revealed 2 weeks ago the current-gen PlayStation has sold 40 million units, meaning this latest statistic represents a 1.7 million increase in reported numbers. For the entirety of the current fiscal year, Sony has set itself a target of hitting 25 million PS5 systems shipped, which would represent the highest ever for any PlayStation console in history. It hopes to do so with the help of Marvel's Spider-Man 2, which has a limited edition PS5 bundle planned for release next month. Other first-party titles for the coming months, like Helldivers 2, are hopefully going to contribute to that a little bit as well. More stats shared in Sony's Q1 results include its count of monthly active users on PSN, which remains steady at 108 million, and that 72% of the 56.5 million PS5 and PS4 games sold during that quarter were for the digital version. So 72% digital split there. When it comes to PlayStation Plus, it's pretty much just kind of remaining where it is. It hasn't decreased, it hasn't increased in any significant way. It's worth pointing out that the 3.3 million PS5 units sold was actually a little bit below Sony's internal expectations, but they're still holding firm to that 25 million units sold in this fiscal year. Clearly, they have high hopes for what Spider-Man 2 is going to do when it comes to PS5 sales, but it's also just a good sign in general for the software that they plan to release between now and the end of the fiscal year, because they're going to need, I think, a little bit more than just Spider-Man 2 alone to be able to, hit a new all-time high and break a record like that. But yeah, it's a good sign in general. I also want to talk about how Sony apparently revealed that some first-party games were actually internally delayed. So I came across this over on the PS5 subreddit, where somebody points out that the most notable thing in the whole report from Sony is that under their fiscal year 2023 forecast, they noted a negative impact due to the delay of multiple first-party games. Sony doesn't say which games these are. They maybe haven't even been officially announced yet. I think some people are going to speculate maybe they're referring to something like Naughty Dog's Last of Us multiplayer. It seems like that game was supposed to be revealed this year, and maybe it was supposed to launch, early 2024, or maybe at the end of this year. But it's interesting because we've been kind of wondering, how come Sony has, I don't want to say been so quiet, because it's not like they've been completely silent, but, how come their showcase this May was kind of lacking a little bit with some first party announcements? And there just seems like there's so much we still don't know about Sony's first party studios and the projects they're working on. This could be why. Maybe they had plans to announce certain games, but they just simply need more time. It's certainly plausible, and I actually think very believable, because the reality is, when it comes to AAA games, they need more time than ever before to, be everything that players want them to be and the developers want them to be. So, yeah, figured I would just kind of point that out, but it'll certainly be interesting to, find out eventually which games they're referring to here. But we're going to move on to the final topic of the video. This is being reported by Push Square. They say a little while ago, Sony announced its plans to implement cloud streaming for PS5 games. While no time frame was provided, it looks as though we're getting close to launch. Sony has been contacting select users, PS Plus Premium members specifically, inviting them to test out PS5 game streaming. Once you have access to the test, you'll be able to stream PS5 games featured in the PlayStation Plus games catalog, as well as supported titles you already own. It appears you will be able to choose a streaming resolution of up to 4K, depending on how speedy your internet connection is. There's no word on when PS5 streaming will launch for all PS Plus Premium members, but again, the fact it's being publicly tested suggests it's not much further away. The thing that's really interesting about this, other than the fact that we're, seemingly getting very close to being able to stream PS5 games through the cloud, is the fact that Sony is offering up to 4K resolution. That's a pretty big deal. I don't think anybody was really expecting that, and there are some users who have been kind of reporting what it's been like to test this out, and they've had nothing but positive things to say. They've been saying it looks very crisp, the resolution looks good, they don't really have any issues, there's very minimal input delay. So yeah, I guess, Sony wasn't kidding when they said that they have some aggressive plans for cloud gaming. Now, obviously, I don't think this is going to be the main way that a lot of people choose to play their PS5 games, but it's just one of these things where it's like, if Sony is going to pursue something like this and offer this as a feature for PS Plus Premium members, them doing it right and, going the extra mile to make sure it's not just something they're just, pushing out the door, but something that can actually be, I think, enjoyed and appreciated. I think that's great. So it'll be interesting to see what else Sony plans to do when it comes to cloud gaming. This might just be like the first step in many, but either way, I'm curious to know, anybody here, if you're listening to this, let me know down in the comments below if you've actually been able to test this out or not, and if so, what has your experience been like? That's going to do it for the video though, guys. I hope you did enjoy it. I hope you did find it informative. Be sure to leave it a like if you did, subscribe if you're new, hit the bell notification icon, and feel free to share the video out on top of all that. But until next time, guys, take care.